Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. We are about ready to get started for the JV boys game starting at 6 p.m. I'm Brian Schumacher, along with Brad Burns, bringing the broadcast for you tonight. We do have a couple sicknesses on the JV squad. Titus Clevenger and Evan Horton, along with Bentley Hinderleiter and Grant Hernando, all out sick tonight.
Yeah, a lot of sickness going around.
Brogan Reeler getting the start for the Cougars. I have Titus Clevenger showing on the starting lineup, but Brogan Reeler getting that spot. Opening tip, and we're underway. Cougars win the tip. Marins gets it over to Bowen. In the corner for Schumacher. Back up top to Bowen. Cam Marins. Reether all the way across for Schumacher. Bowen thought about the three and gets called for the travel.
Over here in Springfield, we're going to have to watch that extra little. They love to call that travel.
Ball into play for the Eagles. Trap comes, Bowen steals, up head to Schumacher. Finds Brueggemann, wild shot, and pulled down by the Eagles. Not sure what happened there.
No, he decided not to use the backboard and went straight, kind of altered his shot and went straight over the side of it then.
Eagles in the half court, into the corner. Low block, tries to push through Brueggemann. Brueggemann, nice block. Schumacher scoops it to Marins. Marins gets contested. Reether there kicks it back out to Schumacher on the offensive rebound. Into the corner for Bowen, baseline drive. Picks up the dribble, finds Brueggemann on the cut. And Brueggemann can't get it to fall, slaps it away. But the Eagles are able to secure for the rebound.
Yeah, nice look, nice ball movement. Just got to finish shots now. Getting the shots we want inside.
Eagles try to enter into the short corner. Kicked back out for three. Too strong, long rebound, and out of bounds to the Cougars. Sorry, I bumped the score there, put two on the board for the Eagles. No score yet tonight. Cougars in the front court. Brueggemann inside to Marins.
Count the basket.
I said Brueggemann. It was Reether inside to Marins. Brueggemann down low gets the finish. Take a look at that on replay. Reether to Marins, down low for Brueggemann, gets him on his back and puts it in. Short on the and one opportunity. Eagles running the offense. Number 14 is Colton Klindworth. I'm sorry, that's the varsity roster. It's McKeever. Inside to number 10, gets called for the double dribble. I don't know that that's the right call. He
yeah,
bobbled the
looked like
ball.
It was a bobble, but.
Schumacher hustles it up into the front court over to Bowen on the right wing. He wants the three, backside rebound secured by Dude Mallard for the Eagles. Pushed up ahead down the left side. Marin strips it away. Contested.
A lot of contact
fight for the
going
ball
on.
on the near side. Bowen gets on the floor with him and jump ball. Eagles have the arrow after the initial jump ball won by the Cougars.
Letting a lot of slapping going on there at the ball.
Number 23, Pritchett inbounding for the Eagles. Gavin Strong, the sophomore, brings it into the front court. Over to McKeever. Entered down low for number 10, that's Annan. And too strong, rebound by Marins. Cam Marins pushing down the right side. Over to Schumacher at the top, one more to Bowen. Bowen to the elbow and gets called for the travel again.
Same guy.
Strong over to Mallard. Trap comes as he crosses the line. And timeout called by the Eagles coach as he saw that trap come.
Yeah, hopefully the varsity players are watching and seeing how the referees are calling that step.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a frustrating thing for me in high school basketball because it's just so inconsistently called. Like you get Nazi ref calling it and nobody else calls it. Well, he's wrong. You know, because you have to ref the way the league refs. You can't be your own interpretation of the rules. And I wish that everyone ref that way, but when they don't, you have to adapt to the reffing style of the group.
Yeah.
All right, back into play after the timeout. Eagles into the front court, into the corner for Annan. Back up top as the Eagles reset. Number 23 is Pritchett. Into the corner three. And that's good by McKeever. Eagles take the lead 3-2. Marin swung to Schumacher into the corner for Reether. Finds Barrett Bowen down low, and he puts it in.
Yeah, nice look across. Bowen did a good job sneaking in the backside.
Mallard gets it in the front court to number 23, Pritchett. Three-pointer again by number 14, McKeever. And holding foul called underneath will stay Eagles ball.
It's always tough
going
to
against Marin's.
Tough to rebound that air ball. Always makes it tough.
McKeever gets it into 23 Pritchett. McKeever another three-point attempt, and he got it again. Cougars pushing the pace. Bowen up, back up to Marins, into the corner for Schumacher. Marins at the elbow, turns, kicks it to Bowen for three on the near side. Off the front of the rim, Bruggeman slaps it away but can't control it. Number 3, Strong, pulls down the rebound. Out ahead, blocked by Marins.
Nice athletic play to stay out of it.
Finds Reether on the run and doesn't have an angle to finish. Secured back by the Eagles.
Woo. Apparently sliding doesn't count as travel.
Ball inside to Annan. Tough pass in to number 0, Dude Mallard. And the Eagles lead 8-4. Schumacher at the top. Bowen inside to
So there should have been a push there.
Marins, gets pushed in the back by Annan. First foul on the Eagles.
Personal foul on Wilson, his first, team foul number 2.
Just 2 subs tonight for the JV, which is low compared to what they usually have.
Bowen and Reether subbing out as Brant Smathers and Grayson Crumrine check in the game. Tough bounce pass in, stolen away by Annan. Out ahead to Mallard. Schumacher defending and gets the block. Brigman comes down with the rebound, gets it up to Smathers.
Dangerous pass there.
Mallard deflects, but it gets to Schumacher. Back to Smathers for 3 from the left wing. Backside rebound by Crumrine, knocked away by the Eagles. And Crumrine last touched it. Ball back to the Eagles.
It's one of those times we need to go ahead and secure the rebound instead of trying to dribble the rebound, so that way we've got a good hold on it first.
Mallard up ahead. One more down low to Annan. And they're calling him Logan Wilson. Maybe he's got a different jersey on tonight. Schumacher back to Smathers. Step through, and offensive foul called on Smathers.
Player control foul on Smathers, his first, team foul number 2.
Timeout by the Cougars.
1:48 left in the first quarter.
Cougars have gotten some good shots. Haven't got them to fall. Need to keep working around and keep getting shots.
All right, back to the action after the timeout. Cougars in the three-quarter court trap. Down low for number 20, Talbot. Gets his own rebound, goes to the ground hard.
Wow.
Mallard secures it. Around to McKeever for three. Long rebound again to Mallard. Mallard goes through Brueggemann and finishes strong. Dangerous pass across. Knocked away by Mallard, will stay Cougars ball. Reether subbing out of the game. Crumrine took a shot to the nose, it looks like. He's going to check out. Reether to Smathers on the right side. Inside to Reether. Cam Marins for three. Brueggemann pulls down the offensive rebound. Gets it back up to Marins.
Nice job by Brueggemann there, being strong with it.
Smathers thought about the three, gets it into the corner for Reether, and he nails it.
Brogan Reether for three.
12-7 now to score. Mallard over to Strong. Another shot by number 14, McKeever. Backside rebound pushed off by Talbot. Cougars have the possession.
Personal foul on Talbot, his first, team foul number 3.
Third team foul on the Eagles here in the first half. 44 seconds remaining. First quarter, I'm sorry. Schumacher into Marins. Brueggemann in the short corner. Too strong. Rebound by Pritchett on the backside. Pritchett driving in. Strong off the glass. Marins pulls down the rebound. Marins pushing in transition, spins through, rises up, and gets the roll.
Nice finish.
12-9 the score. Mallard over to Strong, back to Mallard. Ball inside, Schumacher deflects. Pritchard gets it back to Strong into the corner for McKeever. Box out by Reether, has to slap it away, and that's the buzzer. Last shot didn't count either way. End of the first quarter, 12-9 Eagles.
I like Cougars pushing the ball up, getting that transition going and trying to pressure them. They've just been behind, getting a few more steals. They've gotten some good tips and some good hands in the passing lane. Just got to hopefully come up with some of those and take off the other direction for some more transition buckets. Shooting those threes, they're getting really long rebounds against us, and we're kind of all clustering into the basket. We've got the whole paint area covered, but then those long rebounds go out and nobody's boxing out the outside shooter or the outside guards. So they're getting those long rebounds and getting 2 or 3 chances at the bucket.
All right, back for the second quarter. All right, second quarter underway. Cougars with the ball. Reether in the corner, back up top to Smathers. Into the corner for Schumacher. Stripped away by the Eagles, will stay Cougars ball. Schumacher inbounding. Tough pass into Barrett Bowen. Smathers skips across, stolen away by number 10. Mallard up ahead, blocked again by the Cougars. That block is by Bowen.
Yeah, way to get back on defense and stop the ball.
Tried to enter it into Crumrine, goes right through his hands. Mallard steals up ahead to Strong. Ahern
Boy, that was
off balance.
crazy shot.
Schumacher secures it, gets it to Bowen. Bowen steps through, ripped away by Talbot. Jump ball is called. Eagles have the arrow. Into Mallard. Inside to Annan. Too strong. Bowen backside rebound. Tries to outlet, but throws it away.
Yeah, slipped out of his hand. He saw Schumacher streaking.
Number 2, Oliver Roberts, the 5'10 freshman in the game, inbounding for the Eagles. Strong over to Mallard. Roberts at the top, defended by Schumacher, and Schumacher gets a little handsy, gets called for the foul.
Trying to ratchet up his intensity to their handsiness at the other end.
Mallard up top to Roberts, one more to Strong inside. Rims around and out, and Crumrine, good rebound underneath. Ahead to Schumacher, back to Bowen. Bowen to Smathers. Smathers steps through off the glass and in.
Grant Smathers.
Nice drive.
Mallard up ahead. Strong to Mallard inside to number 20, Talbot. And down low for Wilson. Logan Wilson is listed as number 24 on the roster, but I think that's what they called last time. I guess we'll have to find out if he scores again what they announce him as.
Okay, we'll pay attention.
Smathers pass across to Reether, deflected away by Mallard. Yeah, I'd just rather see that pass earlier to not even create that opportunity. Just pass it to the wing and get into the offense. Schumacher back to the top, over to Bowen on the right wing. Double team comes, loses the handle.
There's the back corner, but
All the way across for Crumrine. Cougars reset, Smathers at the top. Bowen on the right wing. To Reether. Finds Reether in the paint, kicks to Schumacher. One more to Bowen. Bowen steps through and gets called for the travel. He gave him the travel up top, and then called him for the extra step on the.
Back in for the Eagles.
All right, Mallard into the front court for the Eagles. Over to McKeever. Inside for Wilson. Wilson right through the chest of Crumrine. And puts in the 2 points. Schumacher drives into the paint, draws the foul.
Barons and Brueggemann back in for the Cougars.
Marins and Brueggemann back in the game for the Cougars. Marins to Bowen. Back to Marins. Looking baseline all the way across for Reether in the corner for 3. And he got it.
nice shot. Good kick by Marins.
Mallard to Strong. Over to McKeever. Into the short corner for Talbot. Bounce inside for Wilson. Can't control it as Marin steals all the way ahead and puts it in. First lead of the game for the Cougars.
Yeah, good hustle play by Marins to get out in front and finish strong.
Strong in the corner, goes baseline. Gets cut off, looking for an option to relief. Back to Mallard. Strong in the corner. Up top to McKeever. Reether deflects. Mallard's able to get back to it. Gets it to Strong into the paint, loses the handle. Stripped away by Marins. Brueggemann comes away with it. Bowen, dangerous pass. Reether's able to get to it. Across for Marins on the near side, all the way across for Smathers in the corner for 3. Backside rebound by McKeever for the Eagles. Brant Smathers reads it and steals and gets the easy bucket.
Yeah, nice hustle play there. Way to be heads up there.
McKeever to Strong. Bounce pass into Wilson. Wilson flips it to Talbot, and he gets called for the travel.
Yeah.
Both teams are going to have to adjust to that
Back in for the Eagles.
aggressive travel call. Like I said, I think it's the right call. It's just frustrating that it's not consistently applied. If the whole crew can get on board, then you can play the whole game that way at least.
Yeah.
Crumrine over to Smathers.
A lot of dangerous passes we're making.
Back over to Reether. Inside of the short corner for Smathers. Kicked out to Crumrine, one more to Marins. Marins baseline drive gets cut off. Up top to Crumrine. Crumrine, good rip through, gets it to Smathers on the left wing. Ball deflected by Strong. Can't finish the layup, but followed by number 23, Pritchett. And it's a 2-point game.
Boy, they're letting them swing at the ball anyway on those layups.
Into the corner for Smathers. Drives in. Tough shot. Looks like he got slapped on. Lost the ball, though. Reether steals in transition. Marins to Smathers. Cougars want to play slow. Over to Smathers on the left wing. Inside to Brueggemann. Brueggemann tries to kick it back to Reether. Ball deflected. Over to Smathers on the left side. Trying to enter into Brueggemann. It's not there. Resets back to Marins. Ball deflected again by Strong. Inside to Mallard. Tough pass. Mallard's able to receive it. Brueggemann loses balance and commits the foul.
Personal foul on Brueggemann, his first, team second. Roberts and McKeever back in for the Eagles. Schumacher in for the Cougars.
Eagles inbound, up to Wilson. Strong looking down for Mallard. Mallard kicks it out to McKeever, back to Strong at the top. Wilson camping on the paint, finally clears. McKeever at the top, over to Mallard. Mallard bounce pass in, ball deflected. McKeever goes to the floor, and traveling called on the Eagles. I don't know about that call.
Yeah. I guess he did roll over as he was picking up the ball when he fell, but
I don't think he had control of it till he was
down on the ground
down,
on his back, yeah.
Schumacher at the top, over to Marins. Marins finds Reether in the middle from 10 feet. Rims around. Brueggemann there to fight for the rebound.
Oh, wait.
Mallard's able to save it for the Eagles. Schumacher gets away with a, whatever that was, a steal, I guess is what we'll call it. And Marins is able to finish.
In the scorebook, it'll go as a steal.
McKeever all the way across. Mallard back to McKeever for 3. Too strong. Number 2, Roberts able to put on the rebound, finds Wilson. 8 seconds to play here in the first half. Over to Reether. 3 seconds, Schumacher goes for the 3 at the buzzer, and he got it. Is it a 2 or a 3?
Should be a 3, I thought. Well, looks like they gave him a 2. I thought he stepped back.
Yeah, I thought maybe his foot was on the line. I couldn't tell for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't.
All right, so Cougars take a 4-point lead in a half. Started out slow, but found the rhythm. A couple nice steals in after a missed shot to create some opportunities. Wilt
had some nice threes from the corner then.
They did put 10 minutes on the halftime clock, so we'll take a 10-minute break and be back for the start of the JV second half after this first half recap. All right, we're back for the start of the third quarter of this JV game. Cougars leading by 4, 22-18. Cougars have the arrow to start the third quarter.
I like the way the Cougars finished the second quarter.
Bowen at the top. Bounce over to Reether. Thought about the three, decides not to take it. Tries to find Schumacher inside, knocked away, and will stay Cougars ball.
Yeah, we're still making dangerous passes there.
Yeah, passing up an open three for a tough pass into congestion doesn't make sense to me. Skipped over to Reether, takes it this time off the front of the rim, rebound by Bowen. Bounce pass out to Reether, double bouncer into the short corner for Brueggemann, but too hot to handle. Out of bounds back to the Eagles. The Eagles, Gavin Strong, brings it into the front court. McKeever down low for Wilson.
Good job by Reether boxing out, getting him to push from behind.
That displacement by Wilson could certainly be called a foul.
Yeah.
Cam Marins across the timeline over to Schumacher on the right wing. Picks up the dribble, bounce into Reether, gets it to Marins. Marins drives in, Brueggemann backside rebound, brings it down and draws the foul.
Yeah, he needed to just keep that ball up and go right back up with it instead of bringing it down where they can grab a hold of it.
Yeah, I don't mind the patience by Brueggemann, but he's right there open for that putback. Just land and go right back up.
Yeah.
Owen finds Schumacher, rises up from 10, blocked by Wilson. Fight for the ball. Pritchett's able to secure it for the Eagles.
Ooh, looked like got away with a second-hand touch there.
Schumacher gets called for the hand check.
First foul on Schumacher, his second, team foul number 1.
A little frustration foul by Schumacher there, I think.
Ball into the corner for McKeever. Bowen slaps it away. They'll stay Eagles ball. Cougars came on that trap in the corner. Pritchett to Strong. Mallard at the top, tries to enter it in. Schumacher steals. Up ahead to Marins. Marins through the double. Nice pickup and finish.
Yeah, nice job to get control of that as they were swiping at it. Was able to get a control and take it right up.
Mallard on the left side. Pritchett. Back to Mallard at the top. McKeever on the left. Mallard tries to find Pritchett inside. Tough shot, and he gets it to go.
Looked like he might have got away with the travel as he slid that back foot to make that pass around.
Marins over to Bowen on the right wing, skipped all the way across to Reether. Reether for three, and he got it.
Reether shooting well from the outside.
Now a 7-point lead for the Cougars, largest lead of the night.
Reether with 9 points.
Mallard to Pritchard, trying to go inside to Wilson, well defended by Crumrine, knocked out of bounds. Will stay Eagles ball underneath.
Roberts back in for the Eagles.
Reether right there to deflect the attempt to float it over the top. Gavin Strong switches to the inbound. Into McKeever. Takes the three, rims around, and Reether pulls down the rebound for the Cougars.
Yeah, he took the deep three.
Reether tries to sneak it back door to Crumrine, but Oliver Roberts right there to make the steal and picks up the foul against Bowen.
Personal foul on Bowen, his first, team foul number 2.
Yeah, just the unwise passing. We're trying to pass it right through their hands in the passing lanes. You got to do a bounce pass or not make that pass.
Ball over to Mallard. McKeever entered into Wilson. Wilson backdoor for Roberts, and tough pass for Roberts to handle. Out of bounds back to the Cougars. Cam Marins brings it up for the Cougars, over to Bowen on the right side. Bowen has baseline, picks up his dribble, looking for an option. Schumacher into the corner for Bowen. Up top to Smathers. Smathers in the circle, resetting the action. Tries to enter it into Schumacher, knocked away by Mallard. And Smathers commits the foul. Gavin Strong on the play, gets the N1 opportunity.
Personal foul on Smathers, his second, team foul number 3. Strong to the line, shooting 1.
Kind of a double whammy there, turnover at the other end, trying to force that entry pass, and then goes back down and fouls and allows him to make it.
Rebound ruled off Wilson. I thought Marins touched that last, but Cougars get a break there.
Yeah.
5-point lead for the Cougars. Here in the third quarter of the JV game. Schumacher at the top, gets it over to Bowen. Back to Schumacher on the cut. And ruled out on the Eagles. Yeah, Cougars just trying to prove a point here.
Yeah, just trying to force it. Just got to let themselves take what the defense will give them here instead of forcing stuff.
Smathers across to Marins. Schumacher at the top. Over to Marins on the left wing. Back to Smathers. Skip to Schumacher on the left. To Smathers in the corner. Bounce pass to Marins. Into the corner for Bowen. Marins at the elbow, skip to Schumacher for three, and he got it.
Nice job on the skip pass there. Drove in, kicked it back out. They're playing very aggressive on the ball side and leaving the backside open, hoping they can recover. But when you drive in, it freezes the defense and then kicks it back out for that wide open shot.
Roberts on the ball, back up top to McKeever. Into the corner for Strong. Schumacher gets a hand on it. Strong able to get the dribble down. Mallard to McKeever, one more to Roberts. Back to McKeever at the top. Strong thought about the three, enters into Wilson. Through congestion, Wilson able to get it back to McKeever. Marins pokes it away. Mallard gets it back to McKeever. Three-pointer for Strong. Off the back of the rim. Schumacher comes up with a loose ball into transition. Out to Smathers. Smathers puts a foot down and gets it back to Schumacher. And foul called on the Eagles. Nice job by Smathers in that transition play to really just stick that pivot foot down and not get shuffling with his feet.
Talbot in for the Eagles.
Talbot checking in for the Eagles, number 20. Ball into Schumacher, splits the double, gets it back up top to Marins. Over to Reether. So again, tries to enter it in. Stolen away by the Eagles. Into the corner for Strong, tries to go into Talbot, it's not there. Back to McKeever at the top. Strong into the corner for Mallard. Up top to Strong. Back to Mallard in the corner. Trying to get into that entry to Talbot. Crumrine doing a good job denying down low. McKeever to Strong on the left side. All the way across to Mallard. Up top to Strong. McKeever takes the three. Long rebound goes to Marins. Again, Marins, tough fadeaway. Reether comes in the rebound, kicks out to Smathers for the three. Rebound pulled down by Talbot, but a foul called.
It's going to be on Crumrine, I believe.
Okay, called on Crumrine. Fourth foul of the quarter on the Cougars.
His first, team foul number 4. Pritchett back in for the Eagles.
Timeout called by the, did you see, was that by the Cougars?
I did not see who they called that.
I think he pointed to the Cougars bench. We're going to award the timeout to them.
Yeah, with all the fancy scoreboard stuff, they don't have the timeouts anywhere. You got that really nice digital one over there that's keeping just the score and the time.
All right, after the timeout, Eagles inbound. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Mallard at the top. Bounces into Talbot in the paint.
Still in the paint.
Ball deflected by Marins as Schumacher steals to the basket, draws the contact, and puts it in.
Nice job by Schumacher going ahead and initiating the contact, then pulling up, finishing the shot.
McKeever gets it into Talbot, defended by Brueggemann, and Schumacher able to deflect the pass across to Pritchard. Knocked out of bounds will be Eagles ball. Strong into McKeever. Across for Pritchard. Reether got a hand on it and knocks it out of play. I
Biggest
thought maybe
lead here
Pritchard
for-
touched it.
Biggest lead here for the Cougars, a 10-point lead here with 40 seconds to go.
Mallard with the ball. Over to Strong. Marins goes for the steal. It's able to get through to Mallard. Bounce pass back to Strong at the top. McKeever working all the way across the baseline. Mallard enters in, stolen by Schumacher. Looking ahead to Marins. Again, Marins, nice ball fake and finishes Strong at the basket.
Yeah, good job. Had 4-on-1, so hopefully we were going to make some points out of that. Even if he missed, we had 3 guys there to rebound.
Mallard again tries to enter it in. Stolen by Marins. Marins through contact. Reether with the offensive rebound. Gets another chance, and that's the buzzer. Can't get it to fall, but Cougars end the third quarter with a 12-point lead. Yeah, the Eagles got into the same trap that the Cougars were doing
trying
earlier.
to force it in that high post or into the lane, and just whatever it was going to take, we were going to make that pass.
Well, and the Eagles started out by shooting threes. Garrett McKeever, number 14, he's got 6 points on the night. I think he hit an early three. He's probably taken 8 threes tonight and hit that. Maybe hit 2.
He hit 2. He hit 2 from the same spot over here in the corner.
And then he's just kind of gone cold from there, and they went away from I think they shied away from him shooting that, but you know, like I always say, the three-point miss is an offensive rebound opportunity. If you don't take the open three because you're not hitting, it kind of stalls out your offense, especially when you're running this 4-out offense with a cutter.
Yeah.
And if they leave that three-point shot open, the defense can succeed if they're not going to shoot threes.
Yeah, and they were doing a much better job crashing for the rebounds on the missed threes in the first half. This one, there's been a lot of long rebounds, but none of those guys are actually going after the rebounds. Our guys are the ones getting them this time.
All right, so fourth quarter, the Eagles have the arrow. Pritchett inbounding. And the fourth quarter underway, Strong with the ball. Strong thought about the handoff to Roberts, keeps it, gets it to Pritchard. Roberts back to Pritchard at the top. Over to McKeever. Strong again looking in for Talbot. They're able to enter it into him. Talbot kicks it for Pritchard in the corner. Rebound by Marins. Cougars up ahead into the corner for Reether. He wants the three. Rims around and falls in. And another three-point basket for Brogan Reether.
Yeah, that's his fourth. Gives him 12 points on the night.
Pritchard puts the dribble down, back up top to McKeever. Tough pass over to the near side. Roberts can't get to it and knocked out of bounds back to the Cougars. Marins to Schumacher in the backcourt. Eagles add in some pressure. McKeever gets away with the hand check. Reether into the short corner for Brueggemann. Back up top for Marins. Marins splits the double, goes for the runner. Gets his own rebound. Looks for the kick out. Stolen away by Strong. Strong all the way to the basket. Blocked by Schumacher. Reether's able to keep it in. Into transition for the Cougars.
Boy, they're letting them play on the layups.
Oh, and baseline, and Talbot has a little extra. Foul call on the Eagles.
First foul on Talbot, his second, team first.
15-point lead now for the Cougars. Bowen gets it into Schumacher. Tough pass over to Marins. Bounce pass to Brueggemann in the low block. Back up top to Schumacher. Over to Marins in the corner. Marins gets doubled, able to go baseline, swings it across to the elbow for Brueggemann. I'm sorry, for Reether.
Took
And
his
Reether
eye
can't
off of
handle
it.
Pritchard entered into Talbot. Double team comes. Brueggemann gets the block. Last touched by the Cougars. Will stay Eagles ball underneath. This is the most blocks we've had all year.
Yeah.
Combined. We've probably had 10 blocks in this game.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Strong to Pritchard. Over to Mallard.
There was kind of a stutter step they didn't call there at the top. It's just afraid it's going to be one of those inconsistent nights on the travel.
Ball up top to Strong. 2-3 zone for the Cougars. McKeever picks up the dribble. Gets it to Mallard. Mallard looking to split. Back to McKeever for the long three. Off the front of the rim. Pritchard catches and gets the offensive rebound. Back to Strong. And Strong nails it.
Oh.
Brueggemann, I'm not sure what he was doing there, just panicked.
Yeah, just make the easy pass to the guy that's facing you.
I think he was trying to go to Marins, and the defender cut off Marins, and Schumacher wasn't looking, and he threw it in his back. Over and back call on
I think
the
that
Eagles.
should have been a tipped ball.
Yeah, it looked like Marins got a hand on it. Let's take a look at this here. Oh, but he said that
He regained possession.
he retouched it at least, since it is still their possession. Brogan Reether for three. Brueggemann going for the rebound, gets called for the push. That's the first team foul of the quarter on the Cougars. Second on Nolan Brueggemann of the game. Strong picks up his dribble, gets it to Pritchard. Loses his foot, gets it back to Strong. Over to McKeever for three, and he got it.
Full timeout by the Cougars, as they've cut it back to 9-point lead with 4:11 to go.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to give the Eagles advice, but
Yeah, they seem to take it.
I mean, they were just forcing it inside over and over again in that third quarter.
Yeah,
They took the three early here and got the offensive rebound, got a second chance three and made it.
yeah.
And now they've got a little momentum.
Which they knew they couldn't trade buckets, so they've got to start shooting some more threes again to get back in this.
Reather's got 12 points on the night with 4 3-pointers. Cam Marins has 10. Brandon Schumacher has 7. McKeever has 9 points for the Eagles.
Eagles coming out with some pressure here.
Cam Marins gets it to Schumacher in the backcourt. Over to Bowen to break the timeline. Gets it to Brueggemann. Marins into the paint, kicks it back to Schumacher. Over to Bowen, triple team comes. Gets it back up to Schumacher. Marins at the key. Reather for three. And a nice answer by the Cougars. Brogan Reather's 5th three of the night. Pritchard back up top to Mallard. Oh, bounce pass for Pritchard, took his eye off it, loses it out of bounds, back to the Cougars. Marins up ahead to Reather, one more to Bowen. Down low for Brueggemann, he's there on the backside and gets the floater to fall in.
Yeah, Brueggemann needs to work on using the backboard.
McKeever for three. Off the back rim, long rebound to Bowen into transition. Foul call on the Eagles as Barrett Bowen gets to the basket, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Is that the first 2 free throws of the night
Yeah,
for either team?
yeah. There hasn't not been a.
Bowen to the line shooting 2.
We had the and one to start the game.
Oh, that's right, yep.
But other than that, we have not shot 2 free throws. That's only the second shot foul called tonight. And we definitely haven't had enough fouls called to get into the bonus for either team.
15-point lead now for the Cougars, 43-28. 3:07 left in the fourth quarter of this JV game. Too strong on the second. Rebound pulled down by McKeever. Cougars conceding the offensive rebound. Pritchard over to Strong. Strong from 12. Front rim. Talbot there for the offensive rebound. Can't control it. And knocks it. Last touch by the Eagles on the end line. Ball back to the Cougars.
Yeah, it was a nice pull-up 12-foot shot. Just hit off the front of the rim.
They do look like the rims are pretty soft.
They do. Got a lot of give.
Reather gets it to Bowen in the middle. Schumacher pulls it back out. Nice crossover. Looks down low for Brueggemann. And Brueggemann can't control it. It looked like it hit him in the wrists.
Yeah.
Strong ahead to Mallard. Inside for Talbot, he has position. Can't find the angle for the backboard though. Backside rebound by Schumacher. Over to Reather on the left side. Skip up to Marins. Marins getting challenged from behind. Kicks it to the corner for Bowen for three. Rims around and out. Talbot for the Eagles pulls down the rebound.
Nice look. Good kick.
Pritchard, jump step, and that's a travel. He could have landed on both feet, but
yeah,
he went 1-2 after he already did the pickup.
Yep.
Eagles with pressure. Marins gets it ahead to Bowen. Dangerous pass. Stolen away by Talbot. Reather defending. Good hustle.
Ooh.
And
was hoping he wasn't going to go head first into the mat there.
Yeah. Out of bounds. That's kind of that's a thick black border. It's kind of deceptive where the line actually is. Baseline drive by Pritchard, bounce to Talbot. That's the action the Eagles want. They draw the foul and the basket.
Slapped him on the wrist there. Made it an easy call.
Yeah, that baseline drive by Pritchard, bounce pass into Talbot.
Brueggemann, his third, team foul number 2. Talbot to the line shooting 1.
Talbot makes the end one, 12-point game, 1:42 to play.
Oh, just
Sloppy pass by Brueggemann.
Brueggemann, he was wide open
possession.
first, and then he decided not to throw it, and then he decided to force it.
Marin's inbounding for the Cougars. Ball into Bowen. Dangerous pass by Bowen. Just losing a little bit of composure here by the Cougars. .136 to play. Bowen pokes the ball away. Mallard's there to recover. Drives in, kicks it back to Pritchard. Up top to McKeever. Marin's deflects. McKeever's able to get it back. Puts the dribble on the
back court. Should have been.
Into Talbot. Into the corner for Mallard for 3. Marin's there on the backside to get the rebound. Marin's pushing. Gets up ahead to Reether. Reether looks baseline. All the way through. Reverse layup.
Oh, shoot.
And
good
can't
try.
Get the backboard to finish it. Pritchard pushing. Out to Strong for 3. And he hit it. Timeout by the Eagles.
Back down to a 9-point lead after being up by 15 again.
Eagles have had some of their scoring balance out. McKeever still leading the Eagles with 9 points. Strong now has 8. Pritchard with 4. Mallard with 4. Brueggemann now has 4 for the Cougars. Reether with 15. Marins with 10. Schumacher with 7. Bowen with 1 point. Is that right? Does Bowen just have the 1 free throw? That doesn't feel right, but
maybe. I'm trying to think. I thought he had a step through layup. I know he got called to travel a couple times. But
right.
I thought he still made a layup.
Back to the action. Eagles in the full court press. Marin's inbounding for the Cougars. Ball into Schumacher. Pritchard on his back, and the refs. I don't think he was interested in calling the foul. He was like, yeah, we'll just let this play out.
Personal foul, Pritchard, his 4th.
Seemed like Pritchard was trying to foul right off the inbound.
Yeah.
There's only 3 team fouls on the Eagles, so they have to foul 2 more times to put them in the bonus. Marins gets it into Bowen in the corner. Back to Marins. Up ahead to Reether. Reether to Brueggemann. Good hands by Brueggemann, and he's able to come down with it and float it in.
Style points on that one.
Mallard, tough shot. As
wow.
Bowen held his ground. Air ball knocked out of bounds by the Cougars. Eagles have it underneath. 11-point lead now with 38 seconds to play.
Brueggemann did a good job keeping his balance and not falling after jumping and getting that.
Ball into Mallard. Talbot up top for McKeever for the long bank 3 attempt.
Ooh, almost.
Rims around and Reether pulls it down for the Cougars. Up ahead to Bowen. Bounce pass to Reether at the top. Dangerous pass to Marins. He's able to get to it. Strong comes in to get the steal. Marins gets on the floor. Up to Bowen. Bowen with the push in the back. No foul call as Brueggemann pulls down the rebound. Into Strong in the corner, wants the 3. Looked like he got fouled, no call.
No call.
6 seconds to play.
Yeah, hopefully these guys do a little better in the varsity game. Not very many fouls called.
That will do it for the JV match. Cougars victorious, 45-34.
That's bad when you can't get the referees to call fouls when you want them to call fouls.
Yeah. Well, Cougars did enough to win. They started out slow, made a nice run there, got the lead up to as many as 15. Made a couple rush decisions there to close it out where they turned it over but settled it down at the end and able to finish the game. Both teams got a little bit too aggressive trying to enter to the cutters and enter the post, and several of those baskets, several of the runs came off of transition opportunities.
Yeah, from the turnovers.
From the turnovers, yeah. All right, well, they have 15 minutes on the clock. So we'll send you through the second half recap and then come back here for the varsity game. We have a really great stream connection tonight. We'll go ahead and end this stream and bring up a fresh stream for the varsity after we finish the second half replay.